We have found the only remaining Donald Trump piñata in all of Mexico. I could start my video with this. What's up, amigos? John coming to you from Mexico City. Another day, another vlog, and we're gonna be heading out to a colonial area of the city called Coyoacan.
Coyoacan.
Coyoacan. We have the native Spanish speaker, Adriana, correcting me. Say it again.
Coyoacan.
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 About to hop in an Uber, but before we do, we're gonna show you our favorite taco shop. And there's a lot of them in our area. We've tried them all. This one is by far the best. What do you recommend?
Everything.
Everything?
I like alambre, beef, peppers, we have eggs, potatoes.
They make it fresh right in front of you.
Ah, sí, de alambre.
¿Cuál es la diferencia?
Spicy, not spicy.
Spicy, spicy, not spicy, not spicy. 13 pesos, less than $1.
Soy mexicana, tengo 3 estómagos. Uno para los tacos, otro para el postre y otro para el resto de la comida.
So your first stomach has a lot of room left to cook.
Yeah.
That was a delicious lunch for about $2 a person. We got 2 very large tacos, and as a Mexican here, she knows a good taco when she sees one. Now we're gonna be calling an Uber, and I'm gonna explain why Uber is a game changer in Mexico City, because first of all, I've heard bad stories about the taxis here. People have gotten ripped off. Sometimes they're not that safe. We took one so far. The seatbelts probably haven't functioned since like 1985. Meanwhile, you order an Uber and it arrives on time. You pay with credit card. It's cheap. Where we're going is about 20 minutes away. It shouldn't cost us more than $4 US. And they give you free water sometimes if you want. And, the cars are good. So we're gonna go through the whole experience right now.
Estoy jugando con tu cámara.
Raphael's coming. So to illustrate how quickly you can get an Uber, I have this guy Raphael coming, and he is 1 minute away. I called the Uber 30 seconds ago. And that's him. Wow. Hola, buenas tardes. You like the Uber experience?
Yes, I love it.
Air conditioning's working. Seatbelts, I think, are working. Are they? Let's see. Yes, we have seatbelts. Woohoo! Stop number 1 in Coyoacan. Coyoacan, see? Coyoacan. Got the pronunciation right. Is the Leon Trotsky Museum. Everybody knows this neighborhood, and maybe in the city, the Frida Kahlo Museum is so famous, but there's a super long line there. And honestly, I'm more interested in the history of a Marxist revolutionary. Like Trotsky was exiled from the Soviet Union, actually spent the last year of his life here before he was assassinated inside. Let's get in there. Now we're about to walk into Trotsky's old house. These are 2 bullet holes from the original assassination attempt on Trotsky in 1939. And this is where Trotsky was successfully assassinated in August of 1940 by an NKVD agent, and he even survived 24 hours after getting hit in the head with an ice pick. What do you think?
It's nice, the house, it's too old. It's not like my thing, but it's beautiful. I'd love to have a garden like this one.
We probably spent about 30 minutes at the Trotsky Museum. I'm a huge fan. I'm a big history guy. Actually, my family is from Ukraine, the former Soviet Union, so a lot of these topics are interesting to me. Adriana didn't like it as much, but she's not as into history as I am. Now we're gonna go explore this neighborhood a bit more. This is the fountain of the two coyotes. So Adriana, why do they call it Coyoacan?
Coyoacan.
Coyoacan.
I think it means place where the dreams of the coyotes come true.
So this is where dreams come true?
Or place of coyotes. Any one of them.
We're heading towards the famous market right now, but what really strikes me about Coyoacan, especially in the central part of it, there's a lot of parks, churches. It is super laid back. Doesn't really feel like it's part of Mexico City. I know that, you know, Roma Norte is kind of laid back at times, but this takes it to a completely different level. It is an amazing place to come and just relax.
Mexican market.
¿Cómo se llama?
Coachella Market?
Something like that, yeah.
Very original.
They have enough piñatas here to fulfill 500 birthday parties a week. I'm making this up, but it could be true. Los Originales Tostadas Coyoacan. I've read that there's like 5 of them. They all claim to be the original, and they all look the same too. Everything on this menu is $2 or less. We've looked near and far, and this quesadilla spot is the winner. Quesadilla con carnita, un carnita. So this cost about $1. We got this, which is carnitas, and Adriana got champiñones, which are mushrooms, right? And we're gonna wash it down with some boing. What the heck is boing?
It's a Mexican juice, I guess, and you can find it in every taqueria or almost every restaurant in Mexico. It's good. They don't always have cheese. You have to ask for it, because if you don't ask for cheese, they won't put cheese on it even when it's a quesadilla.
What is that?
It's cheese, but I asked for it.
So in Mexico City, you have to specifically ask for cheese.
Exactly.
Good. Quesadillas are very delicious, and this might sound obvious, but you gotta have a lot of Mexican food in Mexico. I'm gonna quote my friend Ryan Attar, who said this on Facebook to me, that you cannot find Mexican food like you can in Mexico. There's something about the meat, the way it tastes, the water, it's just that much better here. So we are finally leaving the market, and for Adriana it's not that big of a deal because she's used to these sorts of things where she comes from. For me it was amazing. There was all sorts of crazy stuff and food.
It's amazing for me too, but I mean, I have been here before in a couple of places like this. I think it's good to see it with you because now it became more, I don't know, magic for me too.
All right, so we've got one final stop to make. We're going to an extremely famous coffee shop. We're at Cafe El Jarocho, and it's one of the oldest coffee shops in the area. I've walked by a lot of coffee shops in my life. I don't think I've ever noticed the aroma of coffee beans so much and had it smell so good until I walked in here. I think this is going to be a treat. Hola. Dos cappuccinos, por favor. Look at this.
Wow, it's really good. You have to try it.
It's amazing for less than $1. It's a cappuccino you can get. Adriana and I had an amazing time in Coyoacan. I finally got the pronunciation correct. And this is a neighborhood with a lot to do. It's got a super relaxing vibe. Museums, shops, markets, Great coffee for a really cheap price. So definitely worth spending at least an afternoon here. I want to encourage you guys to check out my Mexico City playlist, which I've been starting right now. This is the 4th video, and I'm putting all of my videos together if you want some great information and some fun vlogs about living in Mexico City. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace out. Thanks for watching.
Coyoacan, I think, means lugar de coyotes. Place of... How do you say coyotes?
Coyotes.
Coyotes. I don't know that word.
She helps me with Spanish, I help her with English. It's fair trade.